to wait a little longer before they can get a pesticide to control the fall armyworm destroying maize in the SADC region. However, experts say the damage caused by the worm is being overestimated. The Minister of Agriculture, Senzeni Zokwana, also says that there is no need to panic.
The fall armyworm. All the way from America, it invaded maize crops in Limpopo, Northwest and in Mpumalanga. But experts say farmers' fears are exaggerated.
We plant genetically modified BT maize that kills certain Lepidoptera larvae. So between 60% and 70% of South African maize is already then protected against this pest.
The armyworm is also said to devour sorghum, potatoes and peanuts, but there have been no reports as yet. Also a warning not to confuse it with a stalk borer.
We currently have a lot of stalk borers that are easily controlled by the registered pesticides, and farmers shouldn't mistake them with the fall armyworm.
However, organised agriculture is not taking chances. Plans are underway to limit damage.
At the moment, we are busy with experiments to see which genetically modified maize varieties are effective against this pest. We will evaluate whether which insecticides are effective.
No pesticide has been registered for the fall armyworm. A process of emergency registration of these chemicals has been initiated. Nicolene Smalman, SABC News, Potchefstroom.
All right, and then we take this conversation further with the Minister of Agriculture, Forestry and Fisheries in South Africa, Senzeni Zokwana. He joins us from our studios in Parliament. Minister, it's a very good morning to you and thank you so much for coming through.
Good morning, Palisa. Good morning to listeners.
Minister, can you just start by educating us a little as to what exactly is a fall armyworm and what does it look like?
This fall armyworm undergoes 4 stages of development from an egg up to a moth. Currently, we're dealing with the worm stage. We have been able to identify its biology and its characteristics. We are aware that it is a migratory worm or pest, that its origin is from North America and also America. We are aware that, and we've been informed that it was discovered in Nigeria, Zimbabwe, and other parts of Africa. It's the first time it hasn't been encountered in our shores.
Yeah, and it's destroying crops, Minister, in 3 maize-producing provinces here in South Africa. Is there a reason maybe, to start panicking, or is there a threat to food security?
It may not be a threat much because we have discovered it early. We have worked, our scientists has found that some of our pesticides can be used in dealing with the pest. But such pesticides were not designed for this particular pest. So they were on the process of registering some so that they can be used. We believe that we'll be able to contain it. We believe that we have got enough personnel, enough expertise to deal with it. We are proud to announce that we have been working with the University of Northwest, as well as Grain South Africa has given its own support. We believe with all that we are doing, we'll be able to deal with it. And I would inform the nation that even if we apply those pesticides, we'll ensure that the residue is not such that it can cause harm to human beings.
Yeah, but will those pesticides be available to the small farmers, especially from the rural areas? How is government going to assist in that regard?
We were busy engaging the Treasury Department to look for any funding that can be utilized, because this is a disaster if it is not dealt with accordingly. We have informed our provincial authorities to be on alert so that we can look at detecting on time and be able to apply the necessary methods. We are collecting enough information to make sure that its early detection will inform our ability to deal with it. So we believe that in every area where it is detected, we'll have to deal with it so that we can contain it before it becomes, the moths are able to fly to other areas.
But you're saying that you're still looking for funding, Minister. Are you perhaps not scared that in the meantime, the situation might get out of control while you're still waiting for funding?
Remember, some of our farmers do have the stock of the said pesticide. What we were waiting for was to have those pesticides registered for this particular pest, because before you can use any pesticide, you must make sure that the prescription of the manufacturer are adhered to. We don't believe that the process of acquiring funding will hamstring us from doing what we should be doing.
So, do you think this whole situation will impact on this year's crop?
We don't believe so, that the impact will be much, because currently it has attacked two of our crops species, that is the sweet corn or the sweet maize, as well as the maize that is planted for seeds. We have not been informed of its spread beyond that. But we're not taking any chances, because we believe that if we can deal with it as soon as possible, we can contain it in the areas it is in and be able to prevent it from undergoing the last stage, where it can fly and be spread more than the areas it is in.
And we do know that in countries with confirmed outbreaks, there have been import bans. So you can assure South Africans that we are too far from that situation.
We're too far from situation, because we are intending, by the way, to use this outbreak in the SADC region, so that we can inform, share information, make sure that wherever it does appear, the studies that are done in South Africa can be a yardstick to be used in dealing with it in any other area.
All right, Minister, we'll leave it at that, but thank you so much for talking to us this morning.
You're welcome.
Thank you so much indeed. There you have it, the Minister of Agriculture, Forestry and Fisheries, Senzeni Zokwana, talking to us about the fall armyworm here in South Africa, but saying that the situation is under control.